Welcome to this short presentation on OT-ICS Cybersecurity Best Practices Requirements Specification, or OT-CBPRS for short. Brought to you by SecuringThings Limited. My name is Yousuf Faisal. I'm the founder of SecuringThings Limited. OT-CBPRS is a toolkit for small to medium enterprise manufacturers supported with IT/OT SciSET, or Cybersecurity Education and Awareness Training. Currently a beta offer valid to asset owners and end user environments only. So let's look at some of the challenges the industry has. Historically, for small to medium size businesses or SMB or SME manufacturers, there's a lack of focus on cybersecurity activities, primarily due to lack of ownership and or lack of defined or agreed best practices defined as part of the overall OT project lifecycle stages. They are usually an afterthought. They are not mandated or not regulated in general. Note, OT or operational technology is used throughout this presentation instead of other similar terms like IACS or Industrial Automation Control Systems or Industrial Control Systems. These terms are interchangeably used within the industry. So if you are a SMB manufacturer with single or multi-site plant operations and are starting out on your OT cybersecurity program journey, but not sure where to start, or already at some point in your OT cybersecurity program journey, but don't have a minimum OT cybersecurity best practices requirements defined, want to start somewhere with minimum security requirements at initial stage of OT project lifecycle to the later stages of the project lifecycle, from procurement to decommissioning. But don't have specific resources or skill sets within your team to help you define these requirements. So if the answer to any of the above questions is yes, then look no further. OT-CBPRS is here to help. To address these challenges, OT-CBPRS acts as a starting point, not a full-blown solution, but a good starting point of OT cybersecurity program journey for SMB or SME manufacturing environment. It provides basic guidelines or a checklist for all greenfield and or brownfield OT projects. The CBPRS is 30 to 40 plus word basic requirements supported with guidance requirements. Each requirement is supported with relevant guidance, classification, or the type of the requirement, whether it's a must-have, highly recommended, or nice to have, along with each requirement tracking for their compliance status and input from stakeholders, internal or external. These baseline requirements can be leveraged for cybersecurity requirement specification, requesting from your system integrators or OEM or maintenance service providers for your OT projects, be it in for greenfield projects or brownfield projects. These requirements can be tuned, as highlighted earlier, for your specific environment maturity state per the following categories: must have, highly recommended, nice to have. CBPRS is delivered as a digital download, both in an Excel template as well as Word template. Excel template can be used for easy tracking of requirements and their status in terms of responses from stakeholders, and also ensuring like where you are at in terms of meeting the requirements or not meeting the requirements. The Word template can be used, for example, at the procurement stage for greenfield projects, ensuring minimum OT cybersecurity best practices that you can negotiate with your SI or OEMs, and or for brownfield projects for general needs during inspections, reviews, upgrades with your maintenance service providers. The toolkit provides additional guidance in terms of industry references from multiple standards, best practices guidelines that can be leveraged to expand the requirement specification further according to your environment's needs. CBPRS comes in two options: standard and or custom. The standard option is a fixed price standard document and training content with no customization provided, specifically tailored for SMB manufacturing environment with one or more plant sites. Help saves CISOs or their organizations that are new to OT cybersecurity program a lot of dollar value or spend in terms of expensive consultative engagements and training options. And any updates made to the toolkit 1 year from the purchase date will be provided free at no additional charge. The custom option is priced per customer requirements or specific need. It's a consultative-led engagement to be scoped, specifically tailored for your operational environment. You can make it on your own per your unique operational needs. And obviously the updates or revisions can also be separately scoped in addition to the original scope. So what are some possible use cases for SME manufacturers? The OT-CBPRS can help you achieve standardization across plant sites for different projects. Provide you minimum best practices for all greenfield projects and or existing brownfield project upgrades. It's supported with basic cybersecurity policy control statements covering basic elements of an integrated cybersecurity activities throughout the OT project lifecycle. It helps you perform due diligence for identifying basic current state of each plant site during cases of mergers and acquisitions to potentially strike a better deal and making informed business decisions. You can potentially use it as an evidence to present it to show to your insurers or brokers while negotiating cyber insurance for your business. The OT-CBPRS documents supports meeting several requirements from different regional, international, regulatory, or best practice standards and guidelines. For example, IEC 62443, Singapore CCOP, NIST OT guidelines, National Agency in Saudi Arabia, ANISA, UK or Irish OT best practices guidelines, etc. Condensed into a smaller number of unique specific requirements. So if you look at it from a IEC 62443 standards perspective, the OT-CBPRS or Cybersecurity Best Practices Requirement Specification requires you to document a number of things that are outlined here. Each requirement specification document for each system under consideration needs to include all these many different types of requirements listed on the screen. Don't boil the ocean. Instead, start small and mature over time. The OT-CBPRS checklist gives you a reference template to use as a starting point for all your projects and add, remove projects as you mature over time. Check out these references, newsletter articles related to this topic for more details. The beta offer is bundled with OT SciSeat, IT OT SciSeat, short form for Cybersecurity Education and Awareness Training. Actually, OT-CBPRS in essence would be the second step in starting your OT cybersecurity program, as your OT cybersecurity program journey starts with the IT OT SciSeat or awareness training. The ideal candidates for SciSeat training program are practitioners both from IT and OT side of the business. The initial launch of the SciSeat includes the following agenda: goals and objective business needs around typical threats to the industry, IT OT cybersecurity strategy, program and awareness, digital transformation definition, industry 3.0, 4.0 basic concepts, differences between these concepts, manufacturing life cycle, understanding typical manufacturing life cycle workflow, and the associated automation stack per ISA 95 Part 2, para or Purdue model. Don't worry if if you're not aware of these terms. You will find out the details regarding them as part of the SIC training. And few risk, threats, and potential mitigation controls as best practices around them. Then we'll jump into building the strategic foundation, steps to building an IT/OT strategy and governance, and executing the program. Example standards and framework to be used, like ISO 27001 plus IC 62443 as a combo, for example. Then eventually program execution using STL's proprietary IT/OT security dozen framework, roadmap, etc. So the typical engagement for developing such a requirement or a toolkit is round about more than 15K USD or higher double-digit dollar amount figure. Let alone training staff on IT/OT cybersecurity concept would cost you more than 500 to 1500 USD or more per staff. Now for this year, for this beta offer, the toolkit with standard option is 3K USD only, plus 3 free IT and OT SciSeed, same legal entity, to be enrolled free of charge on SecuringThings Academy for the IT/OT SciSeed program. The best part is, as a bonus, 1 year from the date of purchase, the next update on the toolkit is provided free of cost to asset owners. Depending upon the time frame of your feedback and other customers' feedback, the update may or may not have fully be incorporated in the revision, but that's a caveat to remember. So a little bit of introduction about myself and SecuringThings. I'm on a mission to help organizations secure this digital transformation journey, bringing over 2 decades of both IT/OT technology and cybersecurity industry experience, serving clients across globe, especially across APAC region, Europe, and others. I've served multiple types of clients and multiple type of projects from large variety of manufacturers as listed on the screen. And also I do hold some relevant IT and OT specialist cybersecurity certifications under my name. I do also write sometime. So I have a few publications on my newsletter for SecuringThings. The URL is highlighted on the screen. It will be down in the comments below. So make sure to check it out and subscribe if you haven't done so. Quick summary of the services. The services can be put into 3 distinct buckets: vCISO or virtual CISO, awareness and trainings, IT cybersecurity services, and OT ICS cybersecurity services. Now, some of these services span across both all 3 verticals. From an awareness training point of view, workshops, strategy and program development, vCISO service, GRC advisory and consulting services, from policy developments, assessment reviews, audits, compliance, etc. And for specific IT and OT security solutions in terms of selection, deployment, review, etc. SecuringThings Limited also offer an awareness training and phishing simulation platform. The URL is highlighted at the bottom left corner of the screen. Make sure to visit and check some of the sample videos. It comes with 3 tiers. The free tier, which gives you a head start in terms of awareness portal, some cyber health checks in terms of questionnaire. Then the light tier offers you access to the security awareness training videos, along with the access to all items in the free tier. And then the pro includes everything, including the phishing simulation. SecuringThings will also be launching SecuringThings Academy sometime this quarter with initial 2 courses, IT and OT SciSeed, which is part of the 3-seat offer for this OT-CBPRS. And later, for a more detailed course, the OT Security Dozen, Building and Executing OT Cybersecurity series, plus other future training modules in the academy. We do offer a number of other toolkits and documentation highlighted on the screen, some part of the development process. So be sure to check it out. Reach out to us as you may for a confidential discussion. Fill out the form highlighted on the screen, drop an email, reach me on LinkedIn. I'm here to help. And finally, it's a great day to start securing things for your organization. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.